In this episode we visit the beautiful island Taboga and also tell you why we don't want to go to the Las Perlas at the moment. As usual, there is lots of things to do living on a boat, and this week is no exception. Sailing is definitely fixing things in exotic locations. The first anchorage you find after coming out of Panama Canal is located outside La Playa Marina, but located next to the second busiest shipping lane in the world probably also makes it sometimes the second most rolly anchorage in the world as well. And of course lots of traffic with pilot boats and ferries that goes to the different islands outside here. And after not only testing the different anchorages and dinghy docks here, we just wanted to get out to one of the many beautiful islands here. And not far from Panama City there's a beautiful group of islands called Las Perlas. But unfortunately this is a no-go place for us at the moment, after two brutal gunpoint robbery of sailors in short time. And even on the Caribbean side it has been another gunpoint attack on sailors some weeks ago. This is very sad and of course very bad, not only for the reputation of Panama as a tourist destination, but for all the really nice and sweet people that lives here. Not to forget the persons that have been exposed for this. Don't take me wrong on this, it's really a beautiful country, and both on the Caribbean side and the Pacific side we have experienced a lot of friendly, helpful and really sweet people. So it's sad that some criminals make the life not so nice for sailors that's exposed for this criminality. But as a friendly tip of advice, don't be naive in Panama, even though I know that the government, Air Naval and the police, they will do anything they can to catch the guys, which they did like 3 years ago. But still, Panama is Panama. So my friendly hint of advice is to never anchor alone. So for now we are only going to Taboga Island, as it's pretty safe and also quite a beautiful place to anchor. Short enough from Panama City for us to go back when the custom designed parts I have ordered are finished. I have for a long time planned a little upgrade or change on my Autopilot setup and want to have this in place before we set sail over the Pacific. B3 has 4 quadrants because of the twin rudder setup, and some years ago I rebuilt the Autopilot setup to hydraulic system. This have worked amazingly well, but there is however one weakness in this, as I have discovered. The pins connecting the shafts between the quadrants is also connecting the hydraulic arms, and because of this needs to be longer than what's optimal towards strength and stress. So my upgrade is to add a fitting to the bar between and move the hydraulic pumps from Autopilot to this beam instead. By this, having shorter pins making it stronger with less stress on a way less critical point if it fails. The force will with this be more even spread between the quadrants, at least in my amateur opinion, that's only based on my experience. So when my design was ready and put in production, we could focus on some shopping before we take a few days out at anchor. We have made a very good shopping list that we are working our way through. Every time we go shopping, we also buy things for the Pacific stock on board. Really hard work, just simple tasks as shopping, especially in these heat. And in the cabin here that we converted into storage, G is now working on the plastic boxes. Lots of coffee. And of course, just before we are about to depart from this anchorage, the water pump failed on us, so I'm taking it out from here. Now we have to go shopping to see if we can find a water pump like this here in Panama City. One of the good things with a mass production yacht is most things on board is out-of-the-shelf products you can find almost everywhere. And after visiting 5 different stores in Panama City, we had success and found the exact same we needed. And with running water again, we could finally point our nose towards Isla Taboga. Something that could be nice to know if you are a sailor here, it's every time you see these pink fields in your map, it explains the traffic separation zones in very busy shipping lanes. The pink field is a safety zone to avoid collisions, and you will see arrows telling the direction of in and outgoing traffic. In general, it's a good rule to always cross separation zones in a 90-degree angle. And some places you can even get pretty high fines if this rule is not respected. And sailing in such compact and busy channel is not very popular. With this knowledge, we wait until we have crossed the fairway before furling out our Genoa to motorsail the last miles towards Isla Taboga. With flat waters and almost no wind, we did not even bother taking away the ladder on the side, and even motorsailed with the dinghy hanging on the side as well, from 2 halyards. Sometimes I can wonder if all the hard work is worth it. But then we wake up to this and I get lots of good energy again. We choose to anchor a bit away from the ferry dock, and also during the weekends this is a favorite place for Panamanians to hang out and party. We have lots of things to do and need our sleep, so it's better to stay a bit away from the noise.
Cuando comienza, no importa nacer de Bayamón de Provenza. Yo te he dado de todo y tú jamás me recompensa. Baby, dime a ver, baby, ¿cuál es tu defensa? Esto un palito como los perros de antes. Mueve la cintura, mami, échale pa'lante. Échale pa' atrás, brincando así constante. Ponte sicaria que sabe que soy maleante.
What a positive surprise! We did not expect to find such a beautiful place so close to the busy Panama City.
Siento que está fría tu alma, pero tu cuerpo es obra de arte. Ya no sé si te puedo creer, mata todas estas falsas promesas y seguir confiando en ti sin protesta. Con toda esa vaina que tú nunca me profesas, me está abusando. Ya no sé si yo puedo olvidar toda esta falsa.
So we left the dinghy on the beach, the other side of the bay down there, and it's no to worry about because now the water is retracting, so it's getting low tide, and the tidal difference here is between 5 meters, actually between 490 and 540. I'm not sure how much this is specifically today, but for sure it's close to 5 meters. It's a lot. So when we come back to dinghy, we would have to carry it quite a while to get it into the water again. Made it! Back to be free. This is very way down on the list. Now I feel I have time to look at it, and I have a microwave oven that stopped working. It's run on 220, and I also have an ice maker that's run on 220. The problem with the ice maker is claimed to be the fan by someone that knows what they're talking about. So I checked, and the fan is not running, so they might be correct. The problem is, in Panama, to find a 220 fan is not easy, and I remember when I used my old microwave, it was a fan that was running. So I don't need a microwave in the shelf that's not working, so I'm gonna take it out and see if I can find a 220 fan inside that one. So I'm struggling with this now, and hopefully I will get it out. So get this ice maker out. Yeah, so this machine has actually been nothing but trouble ever since I bought it. I don't know if I've been very unlucky with this specific model, or if it's poor quality in general, but I have had so much problem with this, and now it's the fan, and I'm gonna see if that will help fix anything, but we'll see. And it turned out to be a 220 volt fan sitting here as well. So this started to look promising, giving me really high hopes for solving the problem with the ice maker. Ta-da! Okay. Ice has never gone that fast before. So let's see if we can do this. This was a very bad idea. I forgot to test the old fan before cutting the cable to reuse the connectors on the fan from the microwave. A classic example of a bright idea turning out to not be very well thought through. And we can actually test it also. Brilliant idea. If I only had done that with the one I cut the cable from. Maybe not with the compressor upside down. Oh yeah, this created some extra work, as it was nothing wrong with the old fan. It was the thermostat that was defect, as I found out very fast. If the fan is working but not getting power, it's a switch or a fuse somewhere. Following the cable lead to the thermostat, and after jump wiring, this fan was again running. But end of the day, I got it back up running again, and it's really a nice treat with the ice water in tropical climate. Thank you so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you haven't already, we would really appreciate to see you subscribe. Okay, cheers, hope to see you back.